Imagine escaping prison so many times the government's like, okay, just kill him. Today, we're talking about one of the craziest prison escapes ever, insane plans, wild betrayals, and one man who said no to walls, chains, and basic logic. All right, get this. There's this dude named Yoshi Shiratori, and he's basically Japan's most polite version of Houdini on rage mode. Born in 1907, had the classic sad anime origin story, orphaned young, working in tofu shops, crab fishing in Russian death seas, and then like every great antihero, he turns to gambling and robbery. So it's 1936, and Yoshi gets tossed into Aomori prison, which is Japan's version of you're staying here forever, my guy. The guards are basically running a who can be the biggest a-hole competition, and human rights? Not even a concept. The place is locked down harder than your ex's Finsta after a breakup. But here's the thing, Yoshi ain't built like the other inmates. While most dudes are crying or losing their minds, this man is out here studying the guards like he's waiting for his big break, which he was. And then over time, he notices a 15-minute window every night where the guards vanish. 15 minutes, that's it. That's all he needs. Most people would nap, maybe moan about their situation. Shiratori? He looks at his wash bucket like it just called him daddy, and he turns the wire handle into a lockpick. No tools, no blueprint, just pure disdain. So night after night he practices, fake sleeping under a blanket with a dummy made of floorboards. Honestly, 10 over 10 innovation. Then the big night comes. He picks his cuffs like it's nothing, gets the door, and he's out. Now he's sneaking through the halls, and guess what? The final door is unlocked. Someone straight up forgot to lock it. Whoever that guard is, MVP, unintentional freedom dealer. Yoshi just dips into the night like a ghost with beef. But plot twist, freedom hits different when you're starving in the woods. 3 days in, he breaks into a hospital to steal food, gets caught, and bam, back to jail. His escape time was legendary, but his freedom time? 72 hours. Sad. His tool of escape, though, legendary. So after his first jailbreak, Yoshi Shiratori gets patched straight into Akita prison in 1942. Like the devs saw his last escape and went, okay, nerf him hard. And when I say they overcorrected, I mean they threw this man into a science fiction torture cube. His new cell? Smooth copper walls. Nothing sticks. No handholds. No escape. The design was basically screw you specifically, Yoshi. And the only opening? A tiny skylight way up top that may as well have had a neon sign that said, nice try. But our guy? Unfazed. He looks around like he's loading into Minecraft on nightmare difficulty and immediately starts scouting. Then he spots it. The wooden frame around the skylight is rotting, and his brain's like, Merry Christmas to me. So now it's Assassin's Creed, Copper Cell Edition. Every night, low-key Spider-Manning his way up the walls with zero gear, zero ropes, just muscle, spite, and no respect for gravity. Quiet, calculated, working the frame piece by piece, night after night. Then one night, it's storming like the final act of a movie, and Shiratori's like, perfect. Guards are distracted, Thunder's doing free audio cover, and he makes his move. Scales the wall, pops the skylight like it owes him money, slips onto the roof, and into the rain. Now he's off the grid for 3 straight months, surviving in the wild, probably wrestling bears and eating tree bark. And then, he makes the one mistake. He decides to visit a former prison guard who once treated him decently. Like, maybe people aren't the worst. Spoiler, people are the worst. Guard's name is Kobayashi, and bro doesn't even hesitate. Hits the panic button. Police show up. Yoshi's back in chains. Honestly, that betrayal hurts more than the prison walls. Alright, buckle the hell up, because things are about to go full, this can't be real but it is mode. It's 1944, and by now, Yoshi Shiratori isn't just some dude who escaped prison a couple times. He's a glitch in Japan's entire criminal justice system. Like, at this point, guards are probably checking under their beds for him. So the authorities are like, you know what? Screw it. Send him to Abashiri. Now, if you're picturing some cozy little snowy prison spa in northern Japan, you're right. See, he was sent there because, just kidding. Abashiri prison is basically Frozen Meat's Hell's Kitchen. Built in Hokkaido, one of the coldest places in the country, this joint made every other prison look like a mildly inconvenient Airbnb. And of course, because the universe is petty, Shiratori arrives in winter. The guards were emotionless ice demons, and cells are freezers with padlocks. And his setup, a pair of steel handcuffs that stayed on 24/7, only taken off once a week, so he could shower under the supervision of some dude holding a stick, like it was a prison wand of justice. He was cold, he was starving, but his brain was still cooking like it had Wi-Fi. And here's where things go from grim to genius. The prison gave him miso soup every day. Sounds nice, right? Wrong. Man didn't eat it, at least not all of it. He weaponized the rest. Salt corrodes metal, and miso soup, straight up sodium sauce. Every day he's dripping it onto his cuffs and door slot. Drip by drip, week by week, and slowly rust. Meanwhile, my guy is doing jailhouse yoga, twisting his wrists at night, training like he's prepping for Olympic-level dislocation events. Until one day, he can fully slip the cuffs. Just pops his joints like a damn circus act. Then one cold August night, yeah, August, but it's still freezing, he makes his move. Pops the cuffs, dislocates the shoulders, slides through the tray slot, yes, you heard right, and he's out. Bleeding and barefoot, he climbs the wall and vanishes into a blizzard like a frostbitten ninja on a side quest. He lives in the forest for 2 whole years, sleeping in caves, eating stolen crops, just vibing in survival mode like some legendary side character that refuses to die. But in 1946, while trying to steal food from a farmhouse, he's caught. A struggle breaks out. The farmer dies. Whether it was self-defense or just survival snapping, the court doesn't care. They slap him with the death sentence and basically say, okay, that's enough. Time to uninstall this guy from life. But oh, my sweet summer child, even death was about to take the L. If you made it this far, you're clearly obsessed with me now. Might as well just drop a like, comment, share, and definitely subscribe. And if I get enough likes, we'll have a part 2 with other crazy prison escapes. Welcome to the final boss level of prison escapes, and you already know who's loading in. 3 prison breaks under his belt, all from places that weren't even designed for human escape. And Japan's prison system is out here like, alright, send him to Sapporo. Death row, final round, game over. And this cell, triple bolted ceiling, solid stone walls, guards doing 5-minute walk-bys, lights on 24/7 like it's a sleep deprivation contest. Basically, they locked him up like he was Godzilla with trust issues. But guess what? They still forgot who they were dealing with. While everyone's out here watching ceilings, cuffs, bars, and walls, no one thought to check the one place that didn't scream danger, the floor. All he had was a busted aluminum miso soup bowl. Not exactly a jailbreak toolkit, unless of course you're Yoshi freaking Shiratori. So night after night, this man sits cross-legged, Zen mode activated, and starts scraping quietly, just carving his escape into the earth. And when the guards passed, legs crossed, innocent stare, total prison monk vibes. For months, he digs. Under the futon, through the wood, through the floor, through dirt, all with a bowl. Give this man a paperclip, and he'll build a jetpack. Then one night in 1947, it happens. He lifts the mat, slips into the tunnel like a mole on a mission, and just disappears. No alarms, no traces, gone again. But here's the twist. After a whole year of freedom, he's chilling in a park when a cop offers him a cigarette. And my man, being an actual softie at heart, goes, yeah, I'm an escaped convict. You can turn me in. He gets arrested. Again. But this time, the High Court rules that the farmer's death was self-defense, drops the death sentence, and gives him 20 years for his escapes. He serves 14 years in Tokyo's Fuchu prison, and in 1961, they let him out on parole. He lived out the rest of his life quietly, passing in 1979. But his legacy still echoes in every prison hallway, anime arc, and escape room on Earth. Because no matter how locked down the system, Yoshi Shiratori always found a way out. Take it from Dante Dread.